Welcome back to JLifeable, and today I'm going to make a chicken biryani. So for the chicken biryani, what I've got here is two medium-sized chickens here. So I've got two medium-sized chickens there, which have been cut finely and cleaned up. And then over here, I've got green coriander, a bunch, and then I've got 15 chillies here, and then I've got the 11 tomatoes here. I've got about half a bunch of mint there. I've got some imili here, which I've soaked. So I've got about 50 gram worth of imili which I've soaked there. I've got some oil here, so I've got a cup of oil here, which I'm going to use, and I've got medium to large size, 6 onions, five potatoes chopped here, cleaned up and chopped there, and then I've got a masala there. So a Sindhi masala. You could use any Sindhi masala, it doesn't matter about the brand as long as you have a Sindhi masala. Rice here, 7 cups of rice, which you need to soak. So you need to soak for at least an hour before cooking them in a biryani. So I've got that, so I'm going to soak that. Some 4-star, I got 4-star anise seeds here. Then I've got two cardamoms there, and then I've got about 4 bay leaves. I've got two of about half a cinnamon stick in 2 pieces, and then I've got some black peppers there, and I've got about 15 or so cloves there, and then I've got some fenugreek here, which is about 4 tablespoons worth, and chili powder there, 2 teaspoons. I've got the crushed chilies, 2 teaspoons. I've got garam masala, 2 teaspoons, and I've got coriander, dry coriander, 2 teaspoons, and I've got the zeera, 2 teaspoons, and then I've got some salt, which is again 2 teaspoons, but that's again to your taste, how much you want. So that's all my ingredients. So what I'm going to do next is get my tomatoes, so smash my tomatoes into little pieces, and then I'm going to do same for the onions, and then we'll start frying for our biryani. Right guys, so I'm going to put my oil in first. Oil to get it warm, get it heated up. So once it's heated, then what I've done here is I've ground all my onions. So I've grind all my onions into little pieces like I said earlier. So use the blender to blend all these. Also blended all my tomatoes. So as you could see, using blender, all the tomatoes have been blended. And the couple of things I forgot to mention is I've got garlic here, which is full big bunch. So I've got about 10 to 12 cloves, which I again blended. So I'm going to put my onions in nice and slow. Don't want to splash oil. So I'm going to get these to be light brown. So get them to light brown, and then we throw the rest of our ingredients in there. So guys, I'm going to put a bit more oil in there because I don't think there's enough there. Because what I don't want is to burn the actual onion. But light brown now, so I'm going to put my garlic in here. Give it a little mix. Make sure the mixes well with the onions. What I'm going to do now, once I've done that, I'm going to put my tomato, my crushed tomato, so I call it tomato puree. So that's why it's gone into like a tomato puree. So that's all my tomatoes I've blended in. Good mix, make sure it mixes well with onions and garlic. And then what I've done here is I've blended my green chilli as well. So I'm going to put the green chilli in here. Again, mix it well. It's got very strong like a chili and a tomato mix smell already coming through. I'm gonna leave this for a few minutes. Uh, Let the oil come at the top, so let it make a masala of it, or make a tarka of it, and let the oil come to the top, and then we'll put rest of our masalas in there. Our mixture's been cooking for 10 minutes now. It smells nice, the aroma's coming through. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my chicken in there first. So slowly, nice and slowly, put my chicken in. Do a little mix again, mix in the masalas according to my taste. And along with that, I'm going to also put my potatoes in there. I'll put rest of my, now I'm going to put all my masalas in, so put my chilli, garam masala and salt. And the masala go in there. And give it a mix, give it a really good mix. Make sure it mixes well. Right, I think that mixed well now. I'm going to cook it more now. Right guys, I'm going to cook this now between 10 to 15 minutes, so I'm going to let it cook for another roughly about 10 to 15 minutes. Biryani masala in there, that's my Sinhdi Briyani Masala. I'm going to put my Imili in there as well. Put my fenugreek in there. And yogurt. The reason I put my fenugreek in there because it gives a really nice aroma and a really nice smell. It's already coming through. So give it a little mix. Let me hold that quite warm in there. Really hot. So there we go, it's mixing well, so that's mixed now. I'm going to cook it a bit more. Our masalas are ready now, so it's cooked now, so we're going to leave that now. I'm going to get our rice, boil our rice, and then carry on with the rest of our biryani. I'm going to boil this, boil some water now. So wait for it to boil. So what I'm going to do before it boils, I'm going to add salt, so that's to your taste, and some bay leaves. I've got cardamoms, a couple of cardamoms, and I've got the cloves, few cloves, and I've got about roughly about just less than a half cinnamon stick. So put that in there. I'm going to put a bit of oil in there. So the reason I put bay leaf and the other masalas in there is just for the taste. So put a bit more milk in, oil in there. It's just to make the taste of the rice good. So what I'm going to do, I had my rice soaked in the water for over an hour. So what I'm going to do, slowly put these in to boil my rice. So make sure get all of them in. Our rice to make sure they're half boiled. So I'll show you once they're half boiled. So we're going to check them to see that they check the half boiled with our hands to check they're half boiled. And once they're half boiled, that's when we're going to put a biryani mixture in with the chicken. So right guys, I've had them boiling the rice for a few minutes. So I'm just going to check. So I'll grab them and see they break. So they're easy to break, but they're not that soft. So what we'll do now, take it off the gas, and we will put take out the water and put our masalas with it. So right guys, I put a bit of water in here, so I'm going to put the rest. That's our rice boiled now. I put oil from our biryani mixture earlier at the bottom, just to make sure that our rice don't stick to the actual pan at the bottom. So I'm going to put my rice in. We're gonna put a bit of rice, just slightly. So you gotta be very careful not to break them. Again, slowly. So that's our rice. Biryani mixture on top of that rice. So put a bit of mixture here. Put a bit of here. Spread out well. So just make sure it's all spread. Yeah, so slightly, not too much. A bit here and a little bit on that side. Yep, a little bit here. I'm gonna put a bit more. So a bit more gravy as well. So they mix well. So got a bit more potato. Let's put another potato in here. So there we go. We got another potato in here. Just make sure we got plenty of meat, not too much because you wanna evenly spread it. So then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a bit of green coriander, a bit more. Evenly, and then put a bit of mint on there to give it that really nice taste. Bit more, and then put a bit of fried dried onions I've got here. So put a bit of that. Bit more. And then put a bit of amchur powder in here. So if I do a bit more here, I'm going to spread my rice on top of that again, nice and slowly. Don't think the baby likes the strong smell of the biryani. So make sure you fill out the hole, it's evenly from all the sides. There we go, so that looks quite even. Guys, so that's there. Now I'm going to put a bit more masala on there. So another masala there. That there, and a bit here. A bit more, so a bit more on this side, and a bit here. I think I might have put too much meat at the bottom, so now I have to put some here as well. And a bit more gravy. I think we're okay, and then we could put some more rice on here. Yeah, that looks good. So what we're gonna do now, I'll put a bit more in there. So now we put our toppings on here. So here we go. So once again, our green coriander, a bit more, and some mint, and again our fried onions. And our amchur powder in here as well. So that's that, and then get back to our rice again. So do put our rice in again, please. So guys, that's our third layer. So I'm gonna put a bit more meat in here. Put the whole lot. So right at the top again, of coriander here. And powder again. So I got some food coloring here which I mixed with the milk. So you're gonna spread that slowly here. And another one across. And then we're gonna do one that way. Another one. And another one. Just do another, and we'll do. So alright guys, that's ready now. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna put this, I've got on the lid, on top of the lid, I've got some cloth here, so I'm gonna put that on there, and I've got my gas on Mark 9, which I put on a few minutes ago. So I'm gonna put this in there for half an hour now. So if I open that, oh, it's quite warm actually. So I'm gonna put it right at the bottom. So make sure, cause it's quite a big pot now. Unlike my pilau, this is a bigger pot. So get that in. And I'm going to leave that for half an hour now. Right guys, it's been 30 minutes, so I'm going to take this out. It's quite warm, so just be careful. I'll get this out. Okay. Right, that smell is quite nice, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the biryani out from the side. So here we go. Mix it a bit. And then take that out from the side. Right, and here we go. Get a bit more mixture of rice in there. So that's our chicken biryani. So right guys, that's my biryani ready. So I'm gonna have a little taste. Quite nice, very nice actually. Just delicious. The masalas. So, you know what? I'm gonna go now. But before I go, make sure you try this at home. And if you like it, do like the video, share it as well with your friends. And if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell button so you get the latest videos. And thank you for joining me today.